I'm Simone. I'm going to be your social worker for today. It's Jenna, right?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I see here that you've been court mandated.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happened? What brings you in today?
I was actually caught with possession of prescription pills, and so I was mandated to be here, and I've kind of been using drugs for about 2 years, I would say, but I guess I just didn't really see anything wrong with it until I was arrested, and it just kind of shocked me a little bit, just in the situation that I was in, and I'm really looking forward to the time that I get to learn how to, make the situation right.
Well, it seems like you have a very positive attitude on, the process of this.
Yeah,
so that's
definitely
great. Well, so what's, the background of the story, how did you get to this place, and, where do you come from exactly?
Okay, yeah. Growing up, I was an only child, and my father was an alcoholic, so just kind of being around addiction ever since I can remember. And as I was growing up, I never had a really strong support system. I grew up in my local church, but I kind of just fell away from that. I just didn't really see a point in going there, that sort of thing. And, as I was growing up, my parents kind of ignored me in a way. My dad was very focused on his addiction and just how he can get money for more alcohol and things like that. And I was never really treated the best way. And, anything I did accomplish, my parents, I felt like they weren't proud of me. And I was actually really close to my mom, but she passed away when I was 15. And so that was the last strong support that I had. And so that's why I think realizing it now, just how that impacted me to turn to drugs and turn to things that I thought would make me feel better about my situation and stuff like that.
Saying is that, your past and, growing up and then the death of your mom kind of led you down this path. I'm so sorry about your mom, by the way. I can't imagine how hard that had to have been, and it's very understandable that this, has occurred. And I'd love to work through all of that with you. So now, you were saying you didn't really have a strong support system then. Would you say that's gotten better or worse? I know you talked about your father and his addiction issues, so how's that?
Well, I'm still living at home with my dad, but he's actually on the road to recovery from alcoholism. He's going to AA meetings and just trying to work that out for his life. And so I know that he really wants me, because he's aware of what I've gone through and all that kind of stuff. And I know that he really wants me to stop using drugs, and he has told me that he will have to kick me out of the house if I haven't stopped using. But I don't know. I'm really proud of him, and we're on good terms, and so I know that just going from here, that it will be a lot easier for me to relate to him on different things, just because we're going through similar things. And I would like to, get back in church again if that's a possibility.
You had said that you were involved before. Is that something that you're interested in being involved again?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm ready for it.
It's great.
Yeah.
And as far as working, keeping yourself occupied, are you working?
Well, like I said, I'm still in high school, so I can't really work as much as I would want to.
Of course.
But yeah, I did work at Cold Stone a couple years ago. But, nothing since then.
Yeah, and you know, I think it would be great if you feel that that can help occupy your time to get another job. But also if you feel that you need to focus on school as well. You know, you are young
Yeah.
and you want to get grades and you want, you know, if you would like to go to college or, you know, just to graduate high school and get a job that you feel fits you best, that
Yeah.
would, you know, maybe focusing on school would be okay too.
Yeah.
So, you know, medically and mentally, do you feel that there's anything keeping you from, you know, moving on from what occurred? And, you know, do you think that there's anything holding you back?
Well, I don't know. I don't think there's anything, like, physically, aside from, like, what addiction does. But I do think that I would be willing to talk to someone, because I don't think I've really processed, you know, the death of my mom a whole lot, just trying to, like, cover that up throughout the years, and so, definitely maybe some depression from that, or, you know, but I would be willing to talk to someone about that.
Great. I'd love to explore that
Yeah.
further with you. So it sounds like there's two major issues here. Obviously your arrest, which is the reason, you know, we're here today, but also, you know, the passing of your mother and, you know, not fully grieving from that. So, you know, let's talk about some goals. Do you think those are things that are issues that, you know, need to be worked through?
Yeah, I think, you know, for why I'm here, I definitely do want to, like I said earlier, try as hard as I can to stop using drugs. So I think that's definitely one of my goals for being here.
Great. Okay, so, you know, maybe, you know, I can talk to you about a few tasks that we can, you know, work through to accomplish that. I have references of a few recovery and support groups that you can start meeting with, and, you know, I think that'll really help. And then I also, you know, I remember you talking about church and how you felt like that was something you'd like to be involved in more, and, you know, to occupy your time, that could be a helpful tool and something that can help you grow. So I think that would be great. So for another goal, you know, what else do you think you're looking for?
I definitely think that I need to process my mom's death and just kind of have someone to talk to, or just just process it, because I feel like I've kind of suppressed it in my mind.
You don't feel like you really talk about her much?
Yeah,
or?
Not really.
Does your dad at all?
Not really.
Okay, well maybe as one of your tasks we can, you can this week, before I see you, that you can go and maybe talk to your dad about a memory that you had, so that it can be more of a positive conversation about her, and maybe that can open some doors for you and your dad to really connect.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And I also wanted to give you a grief counselor who could really talk you through a lot of these. So I'd like for you to give her a call if that, you know, if you feel that this is an important goal for you.
Yeah.
And then, you know, next week we can move forward in that.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Great. Oh, it was so great talking to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No problem.